and he has all the answers. He's also the best actor in the world. I don't know who this guy is.
My master's been trapped for 2,000 years! Yes! Your world is hell! War! Hate! Disease!
What's going on, everybody? Jeff Porter from Cinema Reactor. Today we're talking about a Dolph Lundgren film from 1998. I had no idea was out there until I conned myself into watching it. So this is called The Minion. Supposedly this is supposed to be like it was in the horror section of Tubi. Not a horror film, not even really a film. According to IMDb, a 1,500-year-old body of one of the Knights Templar is discovered below New York subway. Soon a demonic minion and modern Templar knight are drawn to its secrets. So begins a battle for nothing less than the fate of the entire world. The fate of the entire world is a big thing to put in a film, and I gotta say, this doesn't deliver at all. But I do have to say, if you're a fan of Dolph classics, I'm talking about Red Scorpion, Universal Soldier, the good stuff, Rocky 4, you're gonna fucking hate this. The Minion starts out with these two.
Look at this mess, eh? See? Eh? See? What did I tell you? He's what I mean, they're antiquated.
The two absolute worst New York accents I've ever heard in my life. It's like that old Funny or Die video with Tom Brady where he's like shopping for clothes and the guy thinks he has a Boston accent because he's from New England. That's how they talk.
Hey, where's your name? Hey, what do you mean? I ain't got no Boston accent. Go Sox.
So the film starts with them talking about God knows what. They're in a sewer and then they collapse down into this ancient burial thing underneath the subway. They find a skeleton, they freak out, and they're like, we better call somebody. And they're like, wait. There might be treasure down here. We gotta get the treasure. Instead, they just find skeleton and stuff, and they freak out, and they call somebody anyway. This is where the story kicks off, because the archaeologist comes and just starts picking stuff up, and she's just the worst. They're supposed to be thousands of years old, and she's just like cutting into shit with a knife and like peeling it back. But it's here where this ancient key is found, and this ancient key opens a cell to the devil himself. So once this key is uncovered, the Knights Templar send over supposedly their best knight, Dolph Lundgren, who, by the way, is not even like, they still make him like Russian in the film because he always plays a Russian even though he's like Swedish. But of course he's ex special forces from Russia who like converted and now he's a Templar. There's this whole weird thing to like explain why it's Dolph Lundgren and not somebody else. But you just go with it because it's Dolph, so it's kind of cool. So he arrives in New York, somehow manages to just perfectly find where he needs to go, grabs the key, but this is where the trouble begins because the archaeologist wants the key. It's her key, and it's all about her career. So then we're taken through this adventure. I guess it's an adventure. We're taken through this story of them trying to keep the key away from the Minion. Now you know why it's called that. The Minion is everywhere. The Minion is everyone. The Minion can appear anywhere at any time as anybody. The rules are a little murky on what the Minion is or does. We do know that it's like the devil's right-hand man, basically. And his whole goal is just to get the key to unleash his boss. But this Minion jumps into people throughout the film through a eye stare thing. It's weird. Honestly, I nearly fell asleep like during a majority of this film because it's not even like with the Seagal films, like where it's so bad it's good. Like this is just nothing happens. Like it says it's an action fantasy horror, and I was like, a Dolph Lundgren horror film, this sounds amazing. There's nothing like literally the Minion doesn't even take the form of some like a demonic entity or a demon or something. It's literally just grown adults running at people and going
Templar, you have failed. Soon my master will live again.
So already, like, the whole horror aspect of it is just completely out the window because it's just, they're all Zool from Ghostbusters. That's what, like, they're just Zool in Dana's body. That's exactly what it is.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
But while they are going through trying to get the key back to Jerusalem, they end up being chased by police and everybody else because he is actually killing these people that the demon or the minion possesses. Probably the most interesting part of the film is, and it's on the poster, the most interesting part to me is he has this gauntlet and it has a bunch of like spikes and stuff on it. And the way that they explain it is the minion, like the host is dead, but it like has control of like a little part of their brain, like in the back. And so this gauntlet, he just punches them in the back of the head, and the pokey parts go in the brain thing, and that's how he kills them. Now, that's kind of interesting, right? It kind of adds a little thing to it where it's like, oh, cool, he's got to have this fucking Templar gauntlet. He uses it twice, and then he loses it, and then the police have it for the rest of the movie. So it's not even like that important. Like the one key aspect of this film that was like kind of interesting that they could have like built off of, and like how this was like a cool magic or interesting gauntlet, is just immediately lost within the first like 15 minutes of the movie. And the poster, why would they they ruined the whole thing. So while they're being pursued by the most handsome man in the world, they do end up getting arrested. Dolph wakes up in a cell with a dude taking a giant shit. And then we get this backstory from the archaeologist. She's actually like Native American. She goes to her grandfather who's been having visions about her and Dolph because plot development. I don't know. He ends up joining the team, and then like this other guy called Gray Eagle or something. Now their plan is to put the key in this area where no human could go and get it because the minion has to take the form of a human. So if they hide it away, then Dolph and all his Templar brothers can kind of chill for like the rest of their lives or whatever. I don't fucking know. However, while we're in this like radiation area, of course the minion finds them. Grandpa goes off to put on a suit by himself in another room because, again, plot development. And who does he find but the minion there, as this other guy who he took control of earlier. And the way that Dolph and everybody figures this out is when Grandpa walks out in his full radiation suit, there's a W marked in blood that Grandpa put on there before, like to mark that it wasn't him. The archaeologist sees it and she's like, the mark of the Wendigo, because they use Wendigo and Demon and Devil, all this stuff interchangeably. The mark of the Wendigo is just a fucking W. And like there's some back and forth, there's a little bit of a fight scene and stuff between him and Dolph. The W never smears and never drops and never smears, nothing. It's like spray painted on there, so it's not blood. So they end up losing that little battle. The minion takes off with the key back to Jerusalem because he's gonna open the door with the cell door, let the demon out. And so now Dolph and archaeologist lady have to make their way back to Jerusalem. And oh god. So the minion makes it back there and he goes to the area where all these Knights Templar are supposed to be, and he takes out the entire fleet of the Knights Templar in about 30 seconds. It was so easy. They're like have bulletproof vests on and submachine guns, and they still just cannot shoot the one guy that jumped up on a sandbag pile right in front of them. It's the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen. Now, there's this guy who's like second in line to Dolph, and he has all the answers. He's also the best actor in the world. I don't know who this guy is.
My master has been trapped for 2,000 years! Yes! Your world is hell! War! Hate! Disease!
But he's been raised in this world. Like, he understands the stories and the legends and the devil and the minion. And somehow even he fucks it up. Because throughout the whole movie, we're told, don't look it in the eye. Don't look it in the eye. Don't look it in the eye. That's literally like the whole, don't look it in the eye. So what's this motherfucker do? He kills it. He's like, I'm the greatest. I killed the minion. And then what's he do? Looks it in the eye. And then the minion goes into him. And then Dolph has to fight him. And then we get some more of the best acting in the world.
Your puny god failed you, Lucas, just as he has failed this world. Soon I'll
Hey guys, there's a little bit of a switch right now. I don't know what just happened to my camera, but I can't leave you guys. You guys need to know this information. This is important stuff to know. You need to know about the Minion from 1998. So I'm gonna leave you some more clips. It's available on Tubi if you dare. It definitely doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to be like an action adventure, fantasy, horror. So it just kind of throws everything together. And none of it really works. If you guys like the video, remember to like, subscribe. Otherwise, I'm going to put you in a cell with this guy. I'll see you guys on Friday.
Hey, mister!
Don't make a move. You're those ritual killers, aren't you?
So is Conan here your new main squeeze?
Nothing like that. He's a priest.